open up Twitch. All right, yeah, but we're live, so talk correct. No curse words. There may be children watching, kids. But yeah, what's up, guys? Give me 1 second to open up the my channel so I can have the pop out chat, just in case people are questioning stuff. But what's up, Dragon Ball fam? It's your boy Eddie Saint Hilaire, joining with fellow teammate Juha Bach. Juha, I'll let you give your introduction and say what's up while I'm pulling all this stuff up.
Hey, it's Juha. Obviously, everybody knows me, or at least I think everybody knows me. Haven't done a team talks in a while. I've been busy at work, so now that I'm not at work right now, I guess I could join Eddie on one of these team talks.
Cool. My bad. I know why this is tripping. Save. All right. Yeah. So before we started the live, we were just sitting here BSing around talking about which events we were going to next. I know you're trying to go to the Kansas City event. I looked at it. I wanted to until I saw the price. I'm like, that event for me personally isn't worth 300 because I'm not a single young buck anymore that can just go out and do what he wants to do. But if I was a single young buck with no kids, so I would have been at that event. I would have been at the event 24/7.
Oh,
If you guys ask me,
I'm a single young buck with no kids, so I'm going to that event.
he's gonna enjoy that event. So let me do this pop out chat real quick out, and we, guys, specifically this chat's for everyone, but specifically if you guys have the webcam event this weekend and need your invites, please hit us up. Please. Let me help you get your invite, man. Just send me a LCH invite. I want Nats to be huge. I understand there's gonna be LCQs in Florida. Don't put all your eggs in a basket to try to get an invite and LCQs. I mean, you'll eventually end up getting it, but after how much money? Like I said, I'm a broke dude, so I don't have money. Some people say, hey, I don't care if it takes me 100 tries. I got what 20 times 100, however much it is. I don't have that, man. So please let me help you guys get that. All right, I gotta pop out chat. Coop, what's up, Coop? Thanks for joining, broski. What's up? Um, yeah. So Gen Con happened. I guess we can before the other question starts kicking in, we can talk about Gen Con. So for Gen Con, I know for a fact one day the first regionals was won by Yellow Trunks, the singles event. The second singles event was run by Fearless Fighter. Told you guys those promos were the key. You guys didn't want to listen. Told you guys those promos once again are the key because the deck that I won is pretty much similar to my deck with a few changes. So those promos are 100% necessary to run that deck. It's really good. I honestly think I told you guys last time. I honestly think it was damn near the best deck in the format, especially when you combine that with the fact that people were really sideboarding for Unisons, right? Because the only Unison based deck there was in the format, in my opinion, besides Philly Sparta, was Cooler. But Cooler wasn't really a Unison based deck to the fact where you had to sideboard for it, right? So the cards you would probably sideboard for Cooler would be more hand destruction hate, just like it feels like your card is an out combo their last attack, because it's not like to a point where you need specific cards to stop their Unisons. It's more like you need to edit negate because you negate it, you have a blocker, their turn is done. Or you need like just something to keep your hand size up while they're discarding cards. But the Fearless Spider is it's a whole beast of its own. I was talking to Legend about that deck when I played him. He slaughtered me. He was playing KP. I'm like, bro, it's not fair, bro. I said, thank God. Oh, hold on. He said no one can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
I could hear you, but I guess other people can't hear me. I wonder if they can hear me.
Damn. I'm gonna feel sad if no one can hear me online, bro.
This is the cursed live stream.
I'm gonna
Can
feel
they hear me?
sad, bro. Yeah, Coop, Wheezy, can y'all hear us? Give me a yes or no, please. I'm gonna feel sad. I felt like I was gonna roll, and I got hit with a comment. Can't hear you, brother. Oh man,
Just got left on red.
bro, I just got. I went for a game. I forgot to call double strike on that one, bro. Like that's how I feel right now. Damn, bro. Tell me you can Coop, Fleur. Please, someone tell me you can hear me. Oh my god. Let me see my mic.
Like I said, I could hear you, but I wonder if they can hear me.
Damn, they said they can't hear Eddie, bro. Can y'all hear Juha, bro?
I guess I'll just talk for Eddie. I'll just repeat everything you said.
Can y'all hear Juha? Damn, bro, y'all really can't hear me? How do I even fix this? nothing changed. Alright, let me take this off.
Can you guys hear me now without the headphones?
Probably your cursed headphones.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me now? Maybe it was my headphones. I don't know. Let me know. Can you guys hear me now? A bit. Yes, Eddie. Man, that sucks. All right. So I guess I'll start over. All right. So yeah. Um. Well, first off, I started off by saying thanks, Coop. Thanks, Weezy. Thanks. I cannot pronounce your name, but A Dia King. I'm gonna guess. Thanks for joining. Right. Yeah. Juha and I were first talking about what events we're gonna go to next. The PPG event is coming up. It's this one right here. It's I guess Tampa too. I might try to hit up Tampa if it's cheaper. But yeah, the next Bandai event for your Nats invite is going to be the Inner Life event. Is going to be in September. It's going to be the Collector Con. Juha wants to go. I want to go. Reason is it's going to be the first legal in real life event of set 18. I saw the tickets. It was $300 for me. So personally, I'm broke. I can't really afford to go. So I'm going to take a pass on that one. But I want you guys to succeed this weekend, right? So if you're in here, this, like I said, this chat's for everyone. But specifically speaking, if you're playing an event this weekend, please spam the comment section with questions, comments, concerns, deck tips, text, and everything, so I can help you get your invite. Or if you already have your invite, just do well and make money, man. Because like it's about that time where Dragon Ball is actually getting profitable again to get these cards and resell them. So yeah, and then that's when I let Juha introduce himself. I hope you guys heard him. If you guys didn't hear me, but I hope you guys heard at least Juha's part of it.
Do I introduce myself again? I'm pretty sure they heard me. I just
Oh, they
don't
heard
think they
you.
could.
Okay, so they didn't just hear me. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So I hope you guys can still hear me. Just give me a yes if you can still hear me before I talk about the review for Gen Con, because I want to talk about Gen Con, talk about those decks, and talk. All right, cool. Thank you for responding. So they can't hear me now. So let's talk about Gen Con, right? So the first regional for Gen Con was won by Yellow Trunks. No surprise. Yellow Trunks is a boss deck. The second one was won by Fearless Fighter. Also, no surprise. I told you guys last two team talks now. That was the deck I plan on running for the longest, and I guys showed you guys the way. Told you guys that the TPs, not the TPs really, it's the promos. I think he got it for the pre-release was the way to go. And then once again, he used those set of TPs in order to filter through his deck. Once you start filtering through your deck like that, that deck gets really, really scary. Because yes, it's not able to combo off an infinite number of cards like Cooler, because the Unisons can be dead a lot of the times. But the thing that people don't realize is I can have like out of 10 cards, have only 3 battle cards and still be able to get to like freaking 65, 70 combo just like that, just with 3 cards. And people don't realize that. So that deck is really,
That
really
actually
powerful.
happened when we tested. When I was using the SS4 deck, I literally looked at your hand twice,
Yeah.
and I took away your super combos. You had like 3 cards in your hand, and I'm like, all right, just 65 quad strike, and you actually comboed out of it.
Yeah. He took away 2 super combos, and I still got to 70k, and I'll combo it. So the deck is really, really powerful. The thing that makes that specific deck very powerful, it's the fact that, like I said, the way I compare that deck, I compare it to Invoker, right? Where you have to be very smart on what hits you take, because it's a controlled way of taking damage, because you have a finite number of battle cards and extra cards that get you combo power. So throughout the entire game, you constantly have to be just monitoring what your opponent can and cannot do. And that deck rewards a player who understands the meta. Because if you understand the meta, you know exactly how much your opponent can push and when they have to stop and stuff like that. The same thing, the low key true MVP of that deck is 2 cards. It's more than 2 cards, but the top card that comes to my head is Release from Evil. That card is busted. Release from Evil, and then the Vegeta counterplay. That card is busted because the only way for you to take out that Vegeta counterplay is by swinging at Unison. But if you're swinging at Unison, you're not going to life, meaning I'm gonna live longer to kill you. So if you're swinging at life, you're not swinging at Unison once again. So now my Unisons are just gonna keep stacking and stacking and stacking. It's like a never-ending loop. Like whatever choice you do, whether it's swinging at Unisons or swinging at leader, I feel like you can still play around it. It's just that much playing room with it. So that was the two singles event winners, right? It was Trunks and it was Fearless Fighter. So Juha, bro, what are your thoughts on those two decks that won in Trunks and Fearless Fighter? I'll let you give your thoughts on those real quick.
Well, I think it's safe to say that yellow is the best color in the game right now. And judging by a lot of people's complaints, a lot of people want the cooler counter band, which I'm biased because I use that card a lot in Yellow Sin, but that card is pretty broken in both the Fearless Fighter deck and the Trunks deck. I feel like right now Yellow has a lot of really oppressive and powerful tools that if you look at the finals of day one, it was another yellow deck. It was the finals was yellow Trunks and Turles. So it's safe to say yellow is like the best color in the format right now. And Zenkai introduces a bunch of really broken stuff, but we haven't even seen the yellow Zenkai stuff yet. So for all we know, the yellow could be even more broken depending on if Bandai depending on how they hit it, if they even hit it, etc., etc. I know the Fearless Fighter deck. I knew about it before practically anybody because you showed it to me. You're like, Juha, I got this deck. I want to show you. I know you're gonna like this deck. And first time I played against it, I was like, what the heck is this? Like, you just put down your leader, and I'm like, oh, this leader. And then you just like kind of killed me with it. And I lost to it a lot until I figured out how to play against it. And now that I know how the deck plays after playing with you so much, I know how to beat it now. But I know a lot of people probably don't have that experience because it's a relatively new deck into the meta. So it's definitely like I don't know how to say. It's one of those decks that I can see topping a lot, but it's also like you said, it's a very player dependent deck. It's not like I hate to say it's not like Red Broly where like someone can pick it up and like okay, I'm kind of like just having the deck play for me. Like you really need to know what you're doing with that Unison deck.
Yeah, big facts. And something I was proud to see. I was proud to see people are playing 3 to 4 copies of Cooler because people thought I was crazy when they first saw my deck list. They're like, "Bro, you're snap crazy." I'm like, "I'm really not, bro. Like, Cooler is it's you understand. Yes, it's rough to pay 3, but when you're gonna pay that 3, it's because you have game on board. So when you really need to pay that 3 energy and you don't have Cooler, it's like, bro, you about to think about it, right? You know for a fact you have game. You're swinging for game, and it's like if he has baby hatch, I instantly lose. Where if you had access to your Cooler, you instantly win. It's a free 5K combo. It's a yellow card. It's a completely busted card, right? That's all I can say on that. I don't think Cooler should get banned, honestly. I think other cards should just, even though it's weird to say because there have been, it sucks. Like all impressions I'm getting is maybe it will get. I wouldn't even say limited. I can see limited now because I'm telling you, once I started playing at the multiple, I see people playing it. It's in multiples now. I first started with my trunks. I played 2. Then Fearless Fighter, I played 4. Now people are playing 3 to 4 because once again, you have not. There's no downside to it. It's either yellow energy or it's free 5K combo, bro. Like there's no bad side to having multiple coolers in your hand. But I don't think it needs to get banned.
I feel so like when I used to play Sin, if I had a cooler in my hand, I felt so safe. I
Yeah,
felt
you're
like
safe.
I
Yeah.
even if I didn't have the Celzino in my hand or the triple strike in my hand, I'm like all I have to do is draw one of these 2 cards and I auto win just because I have cooler in my hand.
Yeah, the reason why I don't think it needs to be banned is because you essentially you would have to take out baby. I'm gonna tell you right now why I think you'd have to take out the baby counter. It's because it's you're gonna say yes, it's not done, it's not this, but in my opinion, if I'm playing blue, I would play the baby unison because think about it. If you have baby unison, you plus it, you baby hatch. Next turn, you neg 5. You don't have a free. I pay 3 for mine. They're just pitching a card, and they could keep doing it. It's not once per turn for them. For me, it's once per turn. I don't care if you're playing blue yellow. That 3 energy matters. So, like in my opinion, that's it's hard for me to say hit it. It's really hard. I can see other colors getting something similar, but like it's really blue already has one. I can see red getting one.
I
I
think
can see other
the
colors.
problem is if
Green
you
has
like
one.
you're
Green has
saying
the same thing
if
is
you
green
hit
has one too.
cooler,
It's just a one of limited. Maybe I just don't see it going to 0. I can see it being limited, but once again, like it's rough, bro. But
the
I can't even
problem
say
is without the problem is without cooler, it's like you can just floodgate safely every single turn. It's like there needs to be some kind of
But
checks to
the
floodgates.
one argument I'll say about that, it's hard because yellow is busted. Because if you do have cool, I still have 4 T-blows. Like in my list that you guys saw, I had 4 coolers, and you were never flood. Like I played Blue Baby and I played SS4. It was the cleanest, the easiest. It's just okay. You floodgate me, and it's just okay. You tap 4 energy, cooler. You tap 3 energy, T-blow. Like you did all that for nothing. It's the funniest thing ever. But it's rough. Yellow, it's good. It's good. It's good. Yellow is good. But I think Bandai's moving more towards the power creep section. Because if you see the stuff they're releasing, it's completely insane. That's why I'm excited to see what Yellow has, honestly. The only card I would
You mean
say,
that three card Zenkai Goku?
don't talk about that one yet, bro. That was a public. Anyways, yeah. So Yellow is so good. That's part of the reason why I was able to do so in number. Yeah. Trunks should. Yep. So yeah. Shout out to you, bro. I saw you got second with Janemba, bro. Congratulations, but I hate Janemba with a passion, bro. That's one of it's Janemba cooler, all that good stuff. That's one of the reasons is why as much as I love Trunks, I put Trunks to the side and I played my Fearless Fighter deck. So I'm like, you can try to mill me out if you want to. Two things are gonna happen. Number one, if you're playing things that are not Janemba, I'm not a battle card based deck anymore. So it's like it's pointless to you. And number two, if you're actually just playing Janemba, I'll just keep tapping 2 and bottom decking 8, bro. Bro, I honestly think Fearless Fighter in this current format is probably the best deck to play. Even if you had your sideboard answer, it's still the best deck to play because your answers don't really stop me because like people forget how penning stuff works. So I'm not gonna give you the blueprint of how to beat the deck unless you're playing in this weekend's event and you need to know. Then I'll tell you. But you can slow the deck down, but I don't think you really like pull the brakes from under and to stop it. So that's my thoughts on that. Black Sun, what's up, broski? It says limited, just make it. Nah, bro. I know you're not talking about limiting that when you're playing cards that say I'm gonna mill you until you just hit 0. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You don't limit my boy Cooler. And he just got reprinted, bro. Let the man get some. Let that man live, bro. Like let him tap
You
3.
know,
If he
when
taps
I
3,
win
the taps
Worlds,
3. The turn is over. You have to have an established board, bro. You understand to play Cooler, if your board is not established, your turn is over. That's I don't think people realize that. It's not like, okay, cool, I -5 my Unison and Cooler is free. I specific once again, you can be playing blue yellow. I tap 3. Even if you're playing blue yellow, I don't care what you're at, bro. It's over. Like that's your turn. Unless you did super late game. If you did super late game and they Cooler you, come on, man. You deserve to get Cooler, bro. It's buddy's at what 5-6 energy.
when
Come
I
on, bro.
win, Eddie, when I win Worlds, I'm gonna make a red cooler. It's gonna be
I think
Jiren.
it does. There is cool. It's not counters, but like I mean, there's counters, but it's not to the factor of coolers. It stops free stuff. I think red currently you technically have a good cooler, and the thing what's his face that King Vegeta's hidden ambitions. It's good against what it.
No,
It's
it's
not
a
just
good
battle cards,
card,
right?
but it
It's
can't.
anything that's free, right?
It's any extra card that's
Yeah. So
free.
if they try to, you technically have a cooler. It's like you
It
dormant,
doesn't
you
stop
take it
hats.
out.
Let's be honest. It doesn't stop hat. Let's be honest. The
It
best
doesn't
thing
stop
about
hats. It
counter
doesn't stop
time is
hats.
you
Yeah,
can stop
there's
hat.
only 2 cards in the game. Yeah, you're right on that. It's baby, the 5-drop baby, and it's cooler. But I think it's fair. But we spent too long talking about cooler, broski. It's good. It's good. There's a lot of good cards though. I mean, if we get to this point, okay, so what's next after cooler? They ain't gonna say Bergamo. They always say after Bergamo. They ain't gonna say annihilate.
People are
You
saying
want to just
Bergamo
ban
should be
yellow?
hit.
You guys just want to take Bergamo? That's a different story. But Bergamo, that I can see. Bergamo it's I'm not gonna go to that. If you guys know the loop, you guys know the loop. Bergamo is Bergamo. That's all I can say on that one, broski. They're probably gonna ban Bergamo. Yeah. Power versus Super Saiyan. I don't know, man. They have a lot of one-ups in my opinion. Like I think it makes Yellow busted, bro. Like it's a lot of cards that they have that are just it's not fine-tuned. Let me put it this way. It's not that they're broken, right? I just feel like Yellow has the answer to everything. And now I feel
Yellow
like the
has a
reason
bunch of good cards that when you put them together, it's broken.
yeah, I feel like the reason why players like for me, you guys know me, right? I play aggro decks, like I play black, red, all that good stuff. If you see me play the yellow, is the reason why I play yellow. The honest truth, like Dragon Ball God's reason why I play yellow is the format. Bandai literally literally made yellow the best deck in the game once they said it's best of one pre-side. That's why yellow is so busted. Yellow has answers to literally everything in the game. Like, if I'm pre-siding, if I'm going against, let's say, it doesn't matter what deck I can go against something like Baby Hatch. I have access to T-blows. Whether it's in a main or a sideboard, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to toss it in. If I'm not going against troll decks like that, I can put those extra cards inside that I don't need and put in the real bosses. Like, I can put the Final Flash, the Black Kamehamehas. If I'm going against a deck that's vulnerable to, like, that's super aggro, I can put in, I don't know, Repose. I cannot, man. There's so much you can do in best of one pre-side. I think that's why people are complaining, because now they're seeing the true potential of yellow, bro. Because, like, if it's just regular best of 3 or regular best of 1, it's rough, man. It's really, really rough. But when I can pre-side, bro, things get really rough really quick. Like, there's certain decks you can't even play. Like, you're playing, I don't know, what else won this weekend? It was, it's 18th, right? Legends won with Black Sin. If I'm playing yellow, bro, and I put in it says, what is this? Super Saiyan Goku Annihilation, the one that 3-drop buried effect that says it now costs an extra energy to play an extra card, you lose. Like, off rip, you're done. You see what I'm
Not
saying?
just that, you can also play the slug
Yeah,
and the
Slug.
annihilator.
In a mirror match, you have access to Slug. It's not just a mirror match. A lot of decks. If I play Slug, let me put it this way: every deck that's not camo, if that Slug hits the board, yeah, you're donezo, bro. Like the decks that can
I'm
get
not
that.
gonna
I can
lie,
tell you something.
if
Like,
I had a bias, it
what's
would
up?
be the slug. If I had one like bias hit where Bandai's like you could have one card like limited or banned, I would hit slug for sure. Because it hits too many
It's
decks.
hard, bro. Like all the cards that people are asking for, these things are just getting reprinted, bro. Like Slug, not too long ago got reprinted. Cooler is literally in the current event packs. Like I honestly think yellow. The only thing is pushing it, bro, is the interaction with Bergamo. I honestly don't think that card ever should have got hit. Regardless, I think that card should have got errated to the leader. That's why I don't like when cards get hit. I think if a card ever becomes too powerful, it's fine. Tie it to the specific leader. So that specific leader, because it's probably weaker, right? If I'm playing Bergamo and that doesn't go with Bergamo, what's Bergamo, like U9? I think it is. Put Bergamo to U9
Yeah.
leaders. Let them have Bergamo. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't limit it. Oh snap! It's still broken because now it's a 1 of. Now we have to ban it. Like, no, let that card live in a weaker leader. They need that power surge to get in.
So what do you do with an extra card like Power of a Super Saiyan? That's technically
Yeah,
not
stuff
typed
like
to
that you
any.
can limit. Stuff like that, it's warrant the limit. But like, let U9 get 4 bro. It's U9. It's U9. Even with 4 Bergamos or
I
not,
don't
like
even know what
the
the
perfect
U9 leader
example.
does.
The perfect example. People were crying their eyes out when U9 Assemble got assembled. Man, errata this card, don't ban it. Errata this card, don't ban it. Ban it. Said, you know what, guys? I'm gonna listen to you. Who plays U9 Assemble and U9 right now? Nobody. Is it legal? Yes, it is. All those crying guys, are you guys? No, they're not. You know what they're playing? They're playing Gamma. They're playing U7. They move off of it. Like, they're not gonna do it because they understand the leader's weaker, bro. Like, they're not gonna. They cry about it when it happens. But when Bandai was like, you know what, fam? Bet, fam. I got you. You know what the player base is gonna say? You're right. I'm just not gonna play. You're right. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. That's it. U9 Assemble is literally legal. Go back on the Bandai post and look at all those players who are crying, and then message them, hey, send me your U9 deck list, bro. They're gonna look at you and laugh, or just leave you on red, bro. I'm just being honest. That's just how it
Dude,
is.
I don't even know what the U9 leader
Exactly.
does.
No one, bro. They probably even know there wasn't. They just said errata to U9, bro, and that's exactly what they did. I know you don't know. No, really talk about new. No, I'll talk about new cards right now. I talk about the thing about it. I'll let Juha talk about more new cards. The reason why I don't supposed, I'll tell you right. I just explained it to Juha, right? Black Sun. I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason why I personally don't like talking about new cards until they're all revealed and the banners is out is because this video. Let's use this video for example. So let's say next week. It's not, but let's say next week was the weekend of the actual. Not next week. Let's say in 2 weeks, right? Was the first event for Zenkai, right? The very first event for Zenkai. It's in Miami, Florida at PPG. So people are gonna look at this video and listen to it, and they're gonna say Eddie has no idea what he's talking about because Eddie thought Green King Piccolo was the best deck alive. But the next day after this, because I didn't see all the reveals, Gogeta came out. And then the next day, Eddie said, you know what, on the next video, let's hear to Gogeta's the best deck ever, all this good stuff. But then another example is not just the reveals. Then the banners comes out and all the red cards that are going to go in Gogeta get just slashed. So now when yellow reveals come out and 2 days later, yellow is just the best deck. So now all that info I'm giving you in that video is just pointless. I'm not trying to shoot shots at other content creators. Personally, I don't do it. I don't care about like the content. Like, I honestly don't. I'm not gonna give you BS information just to get content out there. Once again, this is not no shot to anyone. I understand people love it because it brings hype to the game. I personally, actually, I just don't do it. Like, I was building a set 18 deck because, and Juha cheated too, bro. Juha didn't tell you the fact that he beat my
Cheat?
first
Man,
player
I
deck with a
cheat.
set 18 deck. He didn't play set 17 no more. His set 17 decks won't do it. He played 2 set 18 decks and he did body me, but they were set 18 decks, Juha, bro. You didn't leave that part out. You let that part out, B. But yeah, that's why I don't like. I don't know, man. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to sound like I can't say it. I'm gonna curse. I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but I don't want to give false information just for hype. I told you I had this all the same time too. Like, this bro loved KP. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna put him on blast. I'm gonna say he loved KP, the green KP when it came out. He's not even talking about KP anymore. He's talking about an entirely different deck. That's what I'm trying to say. But the difference between you loving a deck and me making a video about it is you're gonna hear me keep saying, "Hey, this is the best deck. It's the best deck." Some people might love it and be like, I'm gonna listen to Eddie. But really speaking, I did you no justice because the card that you need in case, let's say if it ran on Dormant, right? Dormant got limited. Oh, I didn't say it in my video because I didn't know it. I didn't have that information at the time. So that's me guiding you guys down a path that's not really gonna lead you to success. Like you can watch any of my videos, unless the format changes, my knowledge that I'm giving you guys is gonna stay the same. Now, when the format or a ban list change, that's something completely different. But the thing about my videos is I don't give information out like that until the format is solid and concrete. Once the format changes with a ban list or the ban list and the entire set reveal, that's when I start giving the information out. So my information given throughout that block is valid throughout the entire format. So I hope I explained that one. Why I don't really just talk about stuff until it comes out. I know that was long, but yeah. We got Chris said, yeah, Jakku's tough. It's not unwinnable mill matchup, but it feels like this. You can get it by skill cap. Yep. Yeah, 100%, 100%. There's players that'll think they won't mill out because right when they have 8 cards, or whatever it is, 10 cards, they're gonna tap 2, and it's like, no, bro. So you gotta be steps ahead with that deck. Janemba can mill you 10 cards in a turn if they really wanted to, bro. Like, I'm not saying get down to 10, but people are hearing me say that, right? I can't deck out. And then you're like, yeah, he's right. So, oh man, I'm running low on cards. I have 5 cards left. Let me put 8 in it. Not realizing when they swing, they're gonna draw 1. They're gonna probably try to like play another Unison on top, but he's gonna go another one. So now, once you pass your turn, you have 11 cards left in the deck. Janemba's gonna mill you 10 cards, pass to you, and you're gonna deck out. I'm like, yo, Eddie said I can't deck out. I'm like, you cannot. It's hard to deck out, but you just didn't sequence it correctly. So that's what I mean about that. Just to clean it up, go is to not make yellows. Yeah. Yellows, it's rough, bro, because I honestly don't know how else to do it without like losing color identity. Because yellow, it has floodgates that hurt the entire. Man, you would have to like. The only way for you to not completely annihilate yellow, it would have to be a ban list where it's not just a ban, it's just a bunch of erratas. Like Slug would have to be tied to a Namekian leader. Because Slug, I tell you right now, shuts out half the decks once again. Like we played the Piccolo thing, Slug shuts that thing down. A lot of decks just draw cards. Just like, okay, cool. How are you gonna draw those cards not using your leader effect if Slug's on board? Because you don't have outs, you have a Kelkin that costs you, so you're gonna waste your entire turn on turn 2 to take out my Slug, and next turn when you pass, I'm gonna play that one drop and play another one. So it's rough. Like in my opinion, in order to fix a problem like this, you literally have to just all those battle cards specifically tie them to a leader, and the extra cards you limit them. Like T-Blow, semi-limit or limit. It is what it is. Cold Bloodlust is limited. You see what I'm saying? Like Cooler, hey, if you're a Freezer's army or a Freezer's clan, if your leader's a Freezer's army or Freezer's clan, you play it. But like that's the only way I can see you massively fix a big gap like that because it's
Honestly,
not just one card.
Poutine should probably be banned. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
the only reason why I don't think Poutine's gonna get hit is for the fact if Trunks came out and Poutine wasn't hit, they're not gonna think it's ever a problem. Because like the fact that once again, you guys should know this by now. I told you guys forever ago. The 3 cards to stop playing in Trunks is Poutine, is Turos, and it's the Crusher of all Goku, whatever it is. This is not Icarus. This is
Yeah,
we have
but
those cards already.
Poutine's only bad in the. It's only bad in the mirror, and it's
Bad
only
against
bad like
everything,
against.
Juha, bro. Don't give false information, bro. No one in their right mind is gonna if you have a Poutine and a Trunks in play is gonna hard cast something and it's gonna break free play. Nobody, bro. They're gonna say, oh,
And
okay, you have a Poutine and Trunks.
Eddie, there are some scenarios that you literally cannot play around. If you're going second and they have Trunks out, it's like you're good. There's no way around it. You're gonna trigger the Trunks, and then that's gonna trigger the Poutine,
Yeah,
and
but
then
the turn you Poutine is the only time you will ever be able to Trunks and Poutine against a good player. I'm sorry. No player is going to say, hey, he has a. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the turn they Poutine you, yes, it's hard. It's almost impossible to play around because Trunks triggers the Poutine. So whatever your next thing is done. But past that turn, Juha, bro, when Poutine and Trunks are already on board, bro, any deck right now, you play something, you're going to trigger both those effects, bro. It's just going to be like, well, I played Poutine for nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about it.
yeah,
Think of the
but
deck you're
they
playing, bro. You're playing Gamma, bro. You're not gonna even rest on it. You're gonna play the 17 that has barrier, trigger both Poutine and Trunks, and look at their opponent like, I don't know why you still playing Poutine. Eddie been told you to stop playing Poutine.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's bad against Gamma, and it's bad in the mirror. But like that Poutine Trunks combo locks down almost every other deck in the game.
What deck, bro? What actual good deck is locked down that people just cannot play? Or GT could free summon a barrier guy. I'm trying to think. What deck was gonna be in top cut? Can't play around that. The mirror match, it's like you say the mirror match is dead, Gamma is dead, GT is dead. I'm talking about these specific decks right now, bro. What deck can play around it? What is not able to
Yeah,
play?
but that's what I'm saying. Like that just Trunks itself, like gatekeeps a lot. Like just how do I say it? It like gatekeeps a lot of decks out of the format. So
Oh
you know how you
yeah. You
said,
talking about the entire deck itself? Yeah, 100% agree. It's rough, bro. It's literally rough because yeah, it's rough. The way I do it, if I'm not doing anything, you just gotta play a one drop that she knows not gonna stick around. Like it's gonna go like if you're playing yellow, it's not Trunks. If you play the one drop slug, it's cool, rest it, bro. And then tap one, play the barrier slug, and it's like, all right, swing. Like you can get around it with ways like that. It's the same thing around getting like their poster and stuff. It's just rough, bro. Like and I don't think Trunks warrants any hits either because, like, Juha was just telling me about that. I'm like, Trunks literally won its first event this past weekend. I think the online one in the day one of Gen Con, that's the first time it won. It's not like an oppressive deck where every event it's just dominated by Trunks. This is the first event that Red didn't win. Now that I think of it, this format. Is it not? Besides Texas, Finn won that one. We don't talk about Texas. No offense to Texas players. We don't talk about that one. You remember that one, Juha, bro? When
did
Finn
it
won?
never top? Did it never top again after that?
That thing is gone. That's why I'm like, we don't talk about Texas, bro. That thing is as far gone as the original Mecha Freezer leader, bro. That thing was never to be seen again, bro. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's been Robbie was back to back U7. Then it was launch. Then it was no Otakon was Otakon. U7 went to the finals and then
Boma.
yeah, Bulma won. Then Otakon got knocked off, but U7 still went to the finals and it lost. Um, yeah, Red.
Didn't Boma get like third place at Gen Con or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about
I
that
think
one.
he got like third or
There's no
something.
things for Gen Con. It's wild. It's super wild. But Yellow has no single broken card. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like Keith. I'm trying to tell you, you would literally have to. You're not able to make a ban that's where saying, guys, if you guys are real players, you just got to screw up the game. You have to write all those cards if you really want to adjust it, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Have a deck full of freaking one-ohs, bro? Like, all right, Bergamo's limited, freaking Black Kamehameha's limited. This is like, it's just, it is what it is, bro. What's up, Artie? What's up? Get him, yeah, I get what you're saying. I've been jamming some Dark Broly, super fun. Yeah. No. I had a Dark Broly deck in my back pocket. My only issue with Dark Broly is I put it down when blue was a thing, but I can see you actually being successful because the thing, the funniest story, when it was just before this set came out, right? It's when I had it. It was set 16. When it was just Trunks and U7, that was the time to actually jam games, bro. Because U7, you slaughtered them. Same thing with Trunks because of the barrier blocker. It was really good, and you control their Dropper Ravager. This set, I think the only thing you would struggle against would honestly be because they have a Sentient. The thing you was struggling against the most, it was honestly blue was the reason why I stopped playing it. Because the fact with the erratas, if you got God Sealing, you were just wrecked, bro. Because you have to deal with two things now that you have to pay 2 energy for. You're losing energy off God Sealing, and you're losing energy to the Majin Buu Unison. That was way too much. Like, way. That cost was something I was not willing to pay. But, yeah, they don't God Sealing in Gamma. So I never played that match because I stopped playing the deck by then. But maybe you could get away with that match. I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe you could get away with it because you main your Super Kamehameha. So the 14, yeah, you'd probably freaking man. I can't say that right now. That's not proper. But you destroy their hands because 30k combos with no draw super combos. My God, man. Yeah, you sling 30k and their super combo just untaps the card. Ooh, that's rough, bro. Poutine sucks now. Poutine, yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Poutine needs to be Poutine and like not even a sideboard, bro. Feels like a red and yellow format currently. Yeah. Agree. Blue too. I just think I can't even say that honestly. If I'm being real with you, I don't like to lie. Honestly speaking, I think the next best deck in the format, besides Fearless Fighter, is honestly Hand Destruction. And before all this Strategies hype came from Gen Con, in my Gen Con prep video, I told you guys that. I said, you understand if someone were to say, you know what, I see what you guys are trying to do. I'm going to play Hand Destruction. How successful you would be with Hand Destruction, because no one in their right mind is maining for Hand Destruction. The best thing people have is 3 Labors for coolers. That's it. Literally, that's it. 3 out of 50 or 50 plus cards. 3 cards out of 50 or 50 plus cards. That's it. And what happened? Someone ran up with Radix. I can guarantee it to you. If that person was playing Radix for a longer period of time or had better, he would have been successful and went even further than he did. But shout out to that guy. Hand Destruction is straight nasty right now. Like straight nasty. We talked about that. I don't think you guys ever. The only person who saw it is probably Juha. Juha see my sell list. My sell list is not a sell list. It's just straight hand instruction list. But I stopped playing that because of U7. That's the only time I'd be fearful as a hand instruction player would be because of U7. Have you seen?
I was gonna play it. Remember, I was gonna play it in Texas, and then I ended up not going.
Which one? Hand instruction?
The cell deck. Remember, we built it, and I was gonna play it, and then
hand instruction. Another really solid hand instruction deck, guys, is Android 13, bro. Android 13 has the ability of taking down to 2-1 card on your first, like on turn 0. Like that's how powerful that deck is. It's really good, guys. It's not just Radix, Keith. It's Android 13.
it's just so
I don't
inconsistent.
want to put it out, no, bro. It was fixed, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. I'll help you guys out, because I'm not going to play these webcam events. I don't feel like playing it. I'll tell you right now, webcam events should be 100% won by hand instruction. I'll just be honest with you guys. Like, it is what it is. Mill decks, I understand they're being successful, but the honest truth to God deck that should be winning these webcam events is hand instruction deck. No one's maining the boards. Nobody. The only person that came close to maining hand instruction in their main board was me when I was maining Gohans. But I'm not even doing that in the trunks anymore because I just found better floodgate cards to put it in. Nobody in their mama has answers for hand instruction in their main board and webcam. If you play Android 13 just like that, you have to have those cards in your. If somehow you cheated and had the boards in and you don't get deck checked, you have to have those things in opening hand. But guess what? You don't have energy on turn 0. So when Android 13 is making you discard 2 out of your you start off with 6 cards. Start off with 6 cards in the game. Now you're starting off with 4 cards. You draw a card, have 5. You have to charge 1. You're gonna swing. They probably have that 1 energy open for a Realm of the Gods. Hint, because you're not playing other cards. You're not playing the Vegeta Super combo. The only other time you would tap wouldn't be on your turn 0. You would leave that open, so when they swing at you, you either sell them or you wouldn't sell them. You would realm them. You want them to get rid of the cards they want first, and then you would sell them after when you're going for a game. The only card you should be playing 1 for would be the one for the green Android 17. The green Android 17 allows you to get your super combo. Now you have the option of playing the 16 from set 3 that makes you discard 1, or if you want to be cheeky and say, hey, I'm not going to give you an extra discard outlet for Deborah or Gohan or Vegeta, you can play Android 18, which makes them bottom deck a card. You see what I'm saying? Then you have the Toa on top of that. Then you have
Eddie, why would you play 16 over 18? There's like almost no upside
because
to 16.
Android 13 gets crit.
Oh, if they discarded to the drop.
No, for Radix, it'd be different. I mean, Radix, honestly, you play Vegeta because the Radix searches Vegeta, but in a specific 13 deck, I can see going either way. But in a webcam, I would 100% do 16. The reason why you would do 16, no one's main board. If someone's main board in the board, bro, like, shy, that's a quick judge. Damn, like deck checking, bro. So let me tell you this. So you're playing a Gamma deck, you have the board main board. What are you playing? You're playing a Trunks deck, you have the board main board. That's sus as hell,
Hey,
bro. I'm just being honest.
maybe someone watched this video and they're like, I'm gonna main deck Boras.
Yeah, and then you'll be 0-1 for round one, and then you'll play hand instruction probably never because you didn't see hand instruction round one. Like that's just how it is. You're gonna have 3 deck. If those are 0-5Ks, that's a whole different story. Those are 1-10K black cards. That if you're playing yellow,
The Bora are 0-5Ks.
oh they are. No.
Yeah, they're 0-5Ks.
They're 0-5Ks.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe someone will be ballsy. I personally be ballsy. The only one I was ballsy by playing the Gohans because the Gohans were yellow. And worst case scenario, I play it for 1, and it's still a draw 1 card. So it is what it is. But yeah, I understand. Like especially like Chris, right? He's been really successful with Mill. Imagine if he played like a hand instruction. I'm just being honest. Like it's hard to prepare for a Mill deck or for a hand instruction. It's harder to prepare for a hand instruction deck with no pre-side. Mill. Some decks have built-in stuff where it's like, okay, cool, you're never able to mill me out before I get my win con off. But how do you say you're not going to discard my cards if all that answer is in your sideboard? So yeah, that's rough, man. Radix is gonna fold to U7. Yeah, I wouldn't play you. I would never play Radix. I personally, my choice of hand instruction is Android 13. It's just busted because even if it was pre-slide, once again, on turn 0, you're not able to debor me, bro. You don't have an energy to play debor. So it's like, what are you doing? Just licking your wounds and just, well, I guess I'll discard this. Well, I guess I'll discard this too. And technically speaking, you'll discard 3 because if you open up 2 of those 7 or 2 of those yellow ones, you'll discard 2, you'll awaken, and you have Toa. Even if you discard 1, I mean, it is what it is. It's still powerful, bro. Yeah, hand instruction is rough. Yeah, so that's it for hand instruction. That's just like a free meta, a meta tip for you to play in a webcam event because webcam events are a lot different than in real life events, right? In real life events, besides the obvious webcam, I'm talking about like I'm being real. Like I'm not trying to be funny, but webcam events are completely different format. Is what I mean. They're best of 1 formats. In real life events are best of 1 pre-side. That is completely different. The decks that you can see, like you can play. That's another deck that I'm really surprised hasn't won a webcam event yet. It's Cooler. That's honestly really shocking to me because people don't once again they don't mainboard like cards like the Bora, and the fact that you're able to put on so much pressure while it's whittling down your opponent's hand. That's another surprise deck that I don't know how it hasn't. I don't know. Maybe it did well. It just hasn't won.
It hasn't won yet. I think it topped Texas, and I don't think it's ever topped again off the top of my head.
A webcam event though, where people literally just they're discarding cards and there's nothing for them to do about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's won anything.
I don't know. I don't play the deck, but I've seen the deck in action before, and it's really really annoying. When it first came out, that's the reason why I have Gohan's in my main board because that deck was really annoying. I'm like, you know what? People are not main the board, but I'll at least main this Gohan because when
that deck is so annoying. Like
it is.
It's one of the. I feel like Cooler's one of those decks that if you play against, it has the potential to destroy your record because it's probably not gonna win the rest of the event, but it can steal a game off of you.
Right then and there when it says negative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it says
horrible.
And it's like that thing. Actually, yeah, he's right. Amani did top. I judged that event. I think he got top 8 with it, if I'm not mistaken. At what's that event that I was supposed to play that I judged? Not Otakon, bro. It's in Jersey. Too many games. It's too many games event. Yeah, it's really really good. But specifically for webcam, I'm surprised decks like that, Android 13. There's a lot of road decks that I honestly don't know how they haven't won a webcam yet, or at least if they didn't win, placed high enough to just get there. Like another one, it's the Mass Saint, the reboot Bardock deck. Like, how do you just?
It got second at the regional, didn't it?
No, yeah, in Swiss. But it's like in a webcam event, how do you combat that, bro? Like knowing every single time someone's gonna swing at you, it's gonna end up being a 20 double strike crit or a 25 double strike crit to the dome. It's like there's only so many things you can do because if you negate it early turn and you're not awakened, every time you negate it, you're just negating a card, and it's not like
Or AOD is another deck like that.
the thing about AOD, some decks just answer it. Like you've seen it when I had that lobby full of people on untapped for Trunks, you're just gonna get wrecked, bro. It's like I'll never let you draw a card. I'll go down to as long as I'm not at one life, I'm good. I'll go down to 2 life. I'm like, okay, do what you gotta do. The AOD, it can be a deck. I honestly don't ever think AOD will ever win whether it's best of one pre-slot or best of 3. Even Team Wars, I think that team, whoever's playing that AOD thing, is the reason why that team didn't win Team Wars. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The guys don't hate me, but I'm telling you, the teams that go undefeated to the last round, and that one time the AOD player has to actually win, that's just not gonna bode well for him, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's wild. But Jax, I trust me, bro. I'm like the biggest Jax fan, and I wouldn't touch that deck with a pole, broski. Even with that new card they announced. This is how I look at decks. The same thing I told you, bro. When I look at decks, I don't just look at the card that comes out. I look at the existing meta. Right now, if a Jax got that card, then you were put it in this current format right now, it wouldn't do anything, bro. Like Trunks would slaughter that deck 10 out of 10 times. It's too much. You're not doing enough anymore. Like the best card in that deck is still Quetzalcoatl, in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion. It's just facts. Quetzalcoatl is just I milk Quetzalcoatl and I play any amount of free guys. Yeah, those attacks are going in, or you're gonna lose buku cards from hand. So it is what it is. Like I understand it's getting you support, but this is why once again I don't talk about the new set until I see all that stuff and then a ban because like it could get maxed. Honestly speaking, I'm trying to think how far back we could put the Jets. Not errata baby, but if the Jets could get the splintering mind with the Trunks back at 4 and the other Vegeta, I honestly still don't think it would be just dominating the bench. I think it'd be in top cut, but I think it would have that same problem with AOD where it's like it's good, but it's not broken. You know, it's good, but it's not great. Or should I say it's great, but it's not broken? Like you can cheat out some wins, but it's not broken. It's a mystery why Green still is struggling for top. Man, if I had money, I'd play Green. I just don't have money. I think also Green's expensive for dormants and stuff. And Rubrians, that might be it too. That might be it. It might be that price gap because Green did get expensive. All those Rubrian reprints did go up, so that might be it too, man. So, what are your thoughts on Green, Juha, bro?
I think you and I both know I really like Cell. I think if I was to play a green deck, I would for sure play Cell. And I think Cell is the green deck that has the most tops in this format, as far as I know. And the fact that Cell doesn't have that many tops shows that green is not in the best position right now. King Cold, I think it's weird because King Cold is one of those decks that when it goes first and it plays on curve, it feels almost unbeatable. But then when it goes second, it feels like it's terrible. So I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about green. I know Cell is one of those decks that I feel like if I took it to a regional, I feel like I would do well with Cell. But I think Cell is the only green deck that I would feel comfortable playing. And Cell is kind of not even a green deck. It plays dormant every turn and then it like one shots you on turn 5.
I also agree. I forgot about that deck. That sells, but like I said, you guys see my build. The hand instructions help build that I have. I believe I would play that for actually. I don't have cells in.
What I would do, okay, if I were to play Cell, I would play the regular version and then side into the hand destruction version, the crit version.
For a webcam event, I'd play straight that hand instruction. Because number one, people are gonna see it and be like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do certain things. And they're gonna be like, wait a minute, this guy didn't play the units on 2. This guy's not going to the chain. By the time you see what's happening to you, I'm already on to the next round, baby. It's like, yep, too bad. Check out what I did on my deck profile coming in the Team 4 channel on Monday, bro. Like that's just simple. But I think that's what's catching Cell, honestly speaking. It's like one of those decks. You know when a deck is really, really good, but then your turn 1 is this, your turn 2 is this, your turn 3 is this. I think that's what's really catching Cell because players could play around that, man. Like it doesn't matter how good a deck is, unless it's truly uninteractable, players will adapt, bro. It's like Gamma. When Gamma first started doing it, six player didn't know. It's like, oh man, turn 4, oh man. Now if you tap out turn 4, bro,
Okay.
like if you just willy nilly tap out turn 4, you get hit with a 30 burst, you get hit with this, you get hit with
Okay,
it's like,
so
well,
it's
it is what
funny.
it is.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that because Cell used to have a really good matchup against Yellow Trunks until Yellow Trunks started citing in that Death Eraser card or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
now on
Death
turn
Blaster,
5,
Death
it's
Blaster.
like,
Yeah, you tap
yeah,
5, bro. You just tank your entire match. your
yeah.
entire
So
turn
now
you got
it's
tanked, bro.
it's like not even worth. It's now on turn 5. It's not even worth doing that
Exactly.
against Yellow.
It's not.
And
Yeah. It's not. Let's see what else we got. I think the biggest issue with standard version is that it loses to itself. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is like if somehow you shuffle and then you're not playing the things from your actual deck, you're not drawing cards. It's rough, man. Like I'm telling you guys, for webcam, don't play the standard version. Innovate, bro. Innovate. We talked about this too. We talked about this when Andrew Duval was on here. He said the same thing I said. He said, bro, he doesn't play the chain either. He plays something similar to what I played. I think he was playing another version of it. I was playing pure just take your hand at 0. And I don't even take your hand at 0. I'm sitting with 20k crits 24/7, bro. So it's like it's rough, bro. It's really, really rough. The deck that once again it lost to was when I was playing. The only time I lost with that deck is when I was playing against Juha. He was playing against U7. And the reason being is not that U7 was oppressive. It was the fact that the Vegeta secret existed. Honestly speaking, it wasn't U7. It was literally VegetaSecret.com because every single time this man had zero entire game and 0 cards in hand, 0 cards in hand, 0 cards in hand. They're like, well, you have Vegeta secret hand drop. Well, I guess this is just time for me to get wrecked because number one, you can't dormant the first swing. It's like it's a wrap from there. Because if you dormant the first swing, he's just gonna 40k. Your hand is done. You have to homicidal clones it. If you homicidal clones it, he just creates you 2 life off rip. Like it's rough, bro. Like that's the only reason I put that deck down. But honestly speaking, I might pick it up. I know I keep saying it, but I have a lot of decks in my back pocket. Like another deck that's in my back pocket is King Vegeta, bro. Because people are sleeping on that deck too. King Vegeta. I understand they're a router, bro, but all I'm gonna say is there's certain decks people just put to the side because they got hit and they don't look at it, not realizing that the deck is still powerful, man. Like it's still powerful. What else we got? We got what could push black back into the format competitively. I know people have been saying a counterplay.
unban the
Bro,
bots.
people
Unban
have
the bots.
yeah, people have the counterplay already, bro. You have to play a black deck that has an efficient unison. That's why when I say efficient unison, I mean a unison that's not going to die or that you're able to protect it because we have a counterplay. It's not in the format people want where it's like a Yamcha or God Ceiling. You have that attack, especially now in a format where Trunks is probably number 1 and number 2. If they misplay and they play Trunks and they play their 1 drops and they swing willy nilly with their leader and you already have your unison on board, whether you're playing the Trunk Xeno, your unison's on board, and then you use the what's that counter attack called? There's a negative
The
death.
minus energy. It's from
Minus
Black Sin.
energy,
Minus.
yeah, minus energy, and you warp their Vegeta. They're like, wow, what just happened? And it's like, yeah, you about to get wrecked. That's what just happened, bro. Like, I think Black is good. People just don't want to play it. I personally don't have, like I said, when I moved to Maryland, I sold I don't have actually, bro. All my cards are gone, bro. Like the only cards that I have is yellow cards. Black is something I want to experiment with. The 2 black decks I want to experiment with was the one. It's not my deck. Once again, I don't take credit for this. I take it. It's the VSA Army Boys, but I stole their deck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the reboot man saying. I keep telling you guys, it's blue. It's so annoying. Juha, I played against your man deck. The thing is so annoying, bro. It's literally Sensu Bean and
You told me
every
to
single
play. You
hit
told me
is
to play
crit.
that a regional.
Yeah, that's the only way. Just the crit hits. I'm like, bro, this is the most annoying and obnoxious deck ever, bro. It's like freaking 4 crits in 1 turn,
It
bro. It's
was
like,
pretty
bro,
annoying.
what? The deck's so
It
annoying.
was actually pretty annoying.
Yeah, that thing is
It
it's
was
stupid
pretty annoying.
annoying because it's like it's either the deck becomes a hand destruction deck, or you're gonna start at 4 life because you're not gonna see those first 4 cards in your life. You're not gonna see them, bro. They're gonna go straight to drop. So it's like pick your poison, man. But like I said, it's not my deck. Don't I do not take credit for that deck. That's the VSA Army Boys deck, but I just stole it from them. That deck is it's my boy Julian Rodriguez and my boy Mike from VSA Saint Army. That deck is nasty, bro. Like it's super annoying. I'm like, bro, who makes this ignorance, bro? The only reason I was able to beat it when I played it when I was in Florida, this was last format during the Texas and Miami Fest, and I was playing KP, so I had a bunch of free negates, bro. That's the only reason why I was playing it, bro. They were taking me down. I'm like, this is rough. So black decks, good back on topic. I would 100% play that reboot Mass Saiyan deck. You can go to mono black version, but guys, max out on play 12 double strikes, bro. Don't play 12 double strikes. Don't play the 4 double.
I
Play
think
12. Every single swing is going to be either 25 double strike, or it's going to be 20 double strike, or it's going to be 30 double strike. Do not play 4 double. Play
didn't
max out on
didn't
your
go
double strikes.
didn't I Gogeta Xeno didn't I go Gogeta Xeno top Otakon or something?
Yeah. I've been talking about the two decks. We've been talking about this forever. You remember I told you guys earlier in the video when things get errated or touch, people say it's dead, bro. I even said this in the team chat. I'm like, people are tripping. They think KP and they think I know for a fact when I was still part of the VSA Army guys group chat when I was in Florida. They said it was. I remember that bandage came out, guys, don't do that, bro. I said Gogeta Zeno and KP is not dead. It's a lot more fair, but it's not dead. For a deck to be dead, you have to completely change the way it's played. If you limit something in a deck, it's not dead. For you to try to attempt your best, you have to literally errata certain cards. Like Dark Broly, when you start putting energy costs and something that was free, that's when you can start saying, okay, cool, there's aspects of what you used to do is just dead. But if you limit the thwarting, you have replacements, bro. It's not like you didn't have a 2-drop freaking Trunks that comes in and swings twice that has freaking deflect. It's not like you have the SS4 this Goku that grabs back the one Gogeta, even though it's at one, if you mill it and it gets warped, that one Gogeta that you're gonna recycle through the entire game. That's something like certain things just aren't dead. People just like to say, "Oh, it's dead, it's dead, it's dead," and it's in a turn like, "Damn, he played it different." I'm like, "Nah, he didn't play it different. He just understood the power of it." It's like when we picked up KP for Texas and we're doing well with it. It's like, bro, it's not dead, man. Like people would love to throw that term around very, 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 very casually, like it's dead. It's dead, bro. Decks that get limited, they're like Goku, bro. They're never truly dead, bro. Now if they get errata, that's something completely different. But if it's straight limited, semi-limited, trust me, bro, it's not dead. If it was OP, it's not dead. What else we got? Oh, another black deck. I keep telling you guys, it's like the Vegeta that's holding his eye like this. That Mass Saiyan leader, it's really, really good because in this format, the 16k blocker is really, really good. But with that leader, you can pick up Pan, you can pick up Kai, you can pick up whatever secret you want to pick up. You can pick up those 16k blockers. You can pick up whatever you want to pick up. You can pick up thwarting, bro. Whatever you want to pick up, you pick up with that Mass Saiyan leader. Really, really solid. We talked about Mecha Cabrera. Mecha Cabrera is also a solid black pick. I just like to rotate around Black Saiyans because Black Saiyan leaders have the ability to tax you. I don't know if you guys realize how I play yet, but I like to tax players while I play. I like to play and also tax players. The Xeno Trunks deck, that was also something that was in my back pocket. I'll just tell you guys it because I don't think I'm ever gonna get to it because the new set's already here. Since it started at 8 life, I wanted to find a way to spam. You know how Vegeta used to play Splintering Mind? I wanted to find a way to spam the Splintering Mind out and just. So I'm at 8 life, right? That's the one deck, black deck, you can literally start and stay at 8 life. So I wanted to sit there and just, okay, cool. You went down to 4 willy-nilly because I'm splashing you with a freaking 20k dual attack deflect. My leader swing is hitting you. My unkillable Unison is just splashing your face unless you're running the Kai Secret Rare or the other Kai Secret Rare, the green one or the black Kai Secret Rare. Since I'm still at 8 life, all right, man. Splintering Mind, go. I'll take 2. You're at 3. Now you're at 2. Okay, I'm at 6. Well, go. I'm at 4. Now you're at 1. You see what I'm saying? That's something I wanted to experiment. I just never got around to it. Like, there's a bunch of decks. There's that deck with the Splintering Mind. There's the King Vegeta deck that I just wanted to spam the 5 drops out. And if the 5 drops to work, I wanted to spam the Jiren out. Just a lot of decks that are really, really good. Hatch is also good. Bro, you guys would hate me if I played Hatch. You guys, you see how I build my decks now to tax you? If I were to play a Hatch, I promise you, you guys would hate me in the turn. You guys would literally just try to jump me in between rounds. I would tax you guys like there's no tomorrow. I'm not gonna control you, bro. Like Hatch can tax you. I just don't feel like playing Hatch because Hatch has some experience. I guess the cards kind of drop. Yeah, the cards did kind of drop. Hatch is also a solid deck to play. It's annoying. You're not gonna make friends, but who cares if winning's your best friend? You see what I'm saying? So it's true. I mean, if winning's my best friend, it is what it is, bro. I could care less. So what else we got? Yeah, I mean, Black. Hold on, let me just take a quick sneak peek.
There's Black Sin. I know Legends topped with it the other day or won
Black
with
Sin
it.
on a webcam event is also a really solid pick on a webcam event. Well, yes and no, because it's rough. Because if you go against a deck like me that taxes you and you run into a slug, yeah, you're dead. Like that thing is over before it started. I'm just looking at the black decks really quick. Let's go to this black decks. This is also a sleeper pick because this has a slug built inside of it as well. The Majin Buu thing itself, where you can't add anything, and it just absorbs your guy. This is if I'm gonna play a Black Sand leader, it's gonna be either this. As much
Oh,
as
that's a green deck that has potential. Oh, back to the subject of green decks that could potentially do good. I guess maybe Majin Buu.
yeah, Majin Buu is solid. Oh, another good another two wall off the wall picks besides Finn. I'm not gonna troll you guys. Is actually Demigra. Demigra is actually solid, and one that plays very similar to Demigra. Once again, I'm gonna steal this deck from Vegeta Saint Army. Is this Kai? My boy Julian Rodriguez hit me with a bill. I didn't know about this deck because he played it when I was playing Dark Broly. He had once again, he plays very similar to me to where he loves the. My favorite keyword in here is critical, bro. If I see something that says critical, you best believe I'm gonna jump on it. My next favorite thing in here besides critical and taxing people is double strike, bro. This guy literally will pitch you down to 4 and then smack you with just bombs after bomb after bomb after bomb. Now the issue with black decks like this is if you go against blue, which blue is not really relevant right now, it really just it catches you off guard. This is another solid. Actually, I'm surprised people aren't playing this guy because this guy's hand is fat, bro. But this is the leader I was talking about, the Mass Sane leader. Yes, I told you guys it wasn't dead. It just you have to add more pieces to it. I'm honestly surprised Kid Ku isn't honestly a thing, bro. Because Kid Ku's
Oh
hand
yeah,
size
that's a
alone is
black deck.
fat,
I
bro.
forgot.
And you could tax people, huh? I might nah. I got too many pet
I
projects,
know
bro.
some. I know some people were playing it with the thwarting engine back when thwarting was at 4, and it was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Dark Broly still suck. This is always something I wanted to make work. I always had all the cards, always had the deck built, but I just never tested it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I always love this, honestly speaking, in SS4, besides obviously the bombs, was the fact that you had the red denial of hope essentially for one. I think that was just super, super, super OP. Make your Burrow solid. Send to a solid Toa is don't do it. Hatch is solid. Toa don't do it. Don't do Toa. I'm gonna save you guys a headache and tell you guys don't do Toa, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really like Majin Buu. It just floodgates hurt that deck because it's not like you can have anti floodgate cards because you have to have like an Inferno in your hand when your hand is 0. So if you have multiple Super Kamehamehas and you can't get your hand down to 0, it's gonna suffer for most.
I was talking about the green boo, not the black boo.
No, I know. He's talking about the black one I just showed. Because
Oh.
the black Majin Buu also has a slug. It's a built-in slug. But the thing about it, if you hit a floodgate in that deck, you are cracked. That thing is
The
rough.
black boo with 4 turtles is one of my favorite decks of all
Yep, it's
time.
pretty good. Rising Phoenix says, "Do you think the most represented decks will get a tap or adjustment?" I don't. I honestly don't because I mean maybe U7, but as weird as it sounds, people know how to play around U7. That's why I say I don't because Gamma still has not won an event in the States. Trunks just won an event in the States, but it's not really the Trunks cards, right? It's the taxing cards, like Annihilation, like Slug. Well, people are not really playing stuff like that, but it's like Annihilation. It's like Relation Evil. It's like the T blows, the coolers. It's not the actual deck itself. You see what I'm saying? It's not like U7. The cards that people are losing to are the actual U7 cards. They're not. People aren't losing to things like Violent Rage. People are not losing to things like I don't know, like what's a random staple red card like deck, but they're not losing to things like that. They're losing to actual U7 cards. So maybe that deck, and when I say that deck, it's not really the deck itself. I just think maybe the leader, bro. Because the leader being able to, I don't know, I just always thought it was something up with the leader being able to stay at 8 while always be able to threatening you for game. That's wild. That's mind baffling to me. Like, that's absolutely mind. Think about it this way. You can play U7 and go against a blue deck and be behind, like the blue deck be behind all the entire game. Android 17 them. That card I think should go. Android 17 turning to tie them, and they're at 8 life still to your 1 or 2. That's just busted. And the reason that I think maybe it's the leader, I wouldn't say the battle cards, because the battle cards, in my opinion, even though they're 1 drops, it's fair, right? The reason why I think U7 is just it's people just aren't playing it. I would have played it. I told you last webcam event for Gen Con I was gonna play it because I couldn't go anymore, but I just didn't have the Vegeta secret. I didn't want to cheat people and be like, you know what? Maybe they'll think I have it. I just didn't want to put myself in that position. But the thing about U7 is once they get to a position where okay, cool, they give you all these cards in hand, so now you can properly defend. They stand that 4 drop, the 8 drop Goku for 4, and they look at your hand. It's like, yeah, those cards that I gave you, time to start picking your pockets, bro. Like that is
You
not
mean the
fun.
Jiren?
That is not fun. The Goku Jiren, and then when things get just out of hand, like you know what, you decide, hey, all these cards that you just gave me, I'm gonna put them on board now and kill you on the crackback, and you get a Vegeta SR to the dome because the turn before he's seen your hand and he cleared whatever floodgate hurts. Ooh, it's not fun, my friend, whatsoever. Combined with the fact that if you're playing against something like, let's say we're talking about green, right? And you have Dormant, and they hit you with the freaking Vegeta's, the King Vegeta's, not imposing presence. The other one, Hidden Ambition. That is my
The
friend.
Waffle House negate?
GG. Yeah, the Waffle House negate. GG, no re. So, U7, honestly speaking, is the only thing I think is it's pushing the limit. But I don't think it's anything. I think the leader just needs to be tuned where you're not at 8 life, bro. It's rough. It's rough looking at me constantly being at 8 life while pushing for game turn 2 and on. And if you're playing Scions, that's turn 1 and on. That's just completely, absolutely absurd to me. I think you should be playing Scions.
Honestly, on the subject of Scion, I think that card should probably get banned eventually.
I do too. I do too. I'm not lying to you. I think Scions is, but it's rough because it's still a judge pack and it's still one of those the fest packs. That's what I'm saying. It's rough. Like that would be a rough hit, man. Players would be super upset because they're still hanging
I
those
know, like
exotic prizes,
spoiler
bro.
alert, that card is ridiculous in the new SS4
Man,
Gogeta
that
deck.
card's ridiculous, and you said, bro, people just don't play it. Robbie's
It's
the
just
only one that I
ridiculous.
know plays it. Like I played in mine. Robbie played. I copied Robbie. I'm not taking. I straight copied Robbie, bro. I'm like, bro, this is actually smart. Cause think about it. U7 start turn 2 usually instantly puts you at 4, right? It hits you with the leader. You have the Goku. You have the 17. You're at least 4. If you do that, if you use Scion turn 1, you're already at 4. And that's before the 17
So what
hits.
makes
That's before the Golden Frieza hits. That's before any of that stuff hits, bro. So now all those energy that you would have spent, you just, okay, cool. You hold it for a Quetzalcoatl. You hold that energy for a Vegeta if you're going against yellow for a post. Like, it's really, really rough, man.
what makes Scion really dumb in the new SS4 Gogeta deck is that there's the skillless Vegeta GT. So you play Scion, you swing with
Oh,
Scion,
yeah.
you pop
You
it
could
to bring
combo
out
those
the
things
two.
off. Man, that's.
Yeah,
Sometimes allows a lot of shenanigans, bro. So I'm telling you, U7, the issue with it, it just doesn't have enough people playing it. I don't think a deck should ever be in a position where your opponent is forced to. They're gonna lose regardless, but they gotta pick their own death. It's either they pick their death by attempting to swing for game and ignoring the board, which you're just gonna get the crackback, or they pick their death by not being able to swing for game because they're attempting to clear a board and they're just gonna reestablish that board again next turn. I think
and
that's
not
where
only
you
that,
start
but now you're
pushing.
at high life.
But yes, that's what I'm saying. That's where you start pushing. Because like if you focus on their board, they're at 8 life and they're awakened, still getting an advantage, bro. If you focus on their life, you're a dunzo. Because if you leave their board if you leave their
So
board intact, they can now hit something like a Quetzalcoatl, like any floodgate to stop you from floodgating them, bro. Like it's rough, bro. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think the U7 players that are currently playing U7, man, don't hate me. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Do not hate me. Do not hate me. I think all of you guys need to step your game up and squash the decks that you're supposed to win. Make sure you win those games. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not trying to sound mean. There's a lot of games that I see you guys are playing that you are not supposed to lose. I'm just being honest, bro. Like I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm not trying to sound mean, but once again, a lot of games you guys are supposed to win.
Are you talking,
I'm not. Don't
Eddie?
say
Are you
nothing.
talking
I'm
about
not talking about anything. That's it. We're going on to that next subject.
that
So
game
we're
with
talking
SS4
about.
Vegeta?
So we're talking about Okay, where did we leave off? Yeah, we talked about it a lot. Chris said, "Bro, I hate annihilation. Don't get me started." Yeah, and there's another card. If you hate that, I'm gonna say wait till yellow reveals come out, my friend. There's a 3-drop in there that you're gonna love it, bro. it's damn near identical. That's what I'm gonna say about that one, man. It says, "I'm surprised annihilation hasn't been hit." Yep. Yeah, I'm honestly mind baffled. I thought those cards were gonna get hit when that red extra card really was gonna come out. I'm like, you printed an all extra deck archetype. That one card says you're just not gonna play the game, bro. Like, I honestly thought that card was hit right
So
then
to
and
be
there.
fair, that card shut down Black Sin too. So
Yeah,
they made
it
Black
shuts down
Sin
a
and they
lot of decks.
started.
Blue decks too. D Magic. If you tap out, D Magic, you only have Baby Hatch. That's it. And if you have Baby Hatch and I have Cooler, you're tapped out for the game, B. It's like, whew. We have honestly U7, maybe Unison, King Vegeta's. Yeah. All right, I'll let you get them. I know you've been on this team text before. Baby Unison, I think, is what's getting the U7 players. I'm just gonna be straight up with you, bro. I use it's good. Baby Unison is a
Yeah,
great
every
unison.
time
It's
we've
a
ever
great
played, how
unison.
every game I've ever played tested, that's like my turn 3 play every single game.
Exactly. That's what's getting a lot of you guys, a lot of these 7 players. That's why you guys aren't being able to go all the way. It's a great unison. It's a great unison. But we have to understand what U7 does, bro. That's all I can say. Because I don't want to face an army U7. It's a great unison. But understand there's certain times you hurt your deck by incorporating cards that are not supposed to be incorporated into it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like if a player, I don't know, if a player taps 3 for Trunks, not Trunks, the Gohan Unison, they're not even able to successfully do that until their turn 4. But is it really worth it? Because if you did that your turn 4, obviously it's either as a yellow player, I'm gonna ignore it because I know you're gonna make 3 and I'm gonna hit the release from evil, or I know for a fact I don't have it in my deck, so I'm gonna take out your unison. So something like that, you just skip the turn just to test your opponent. That's what the baby unison does, in my opinion. It doesn't help you as a U7 player. It's a great card. It draws your card. It does this. It does that. People say, yeah, it. The most unnecessary argument I heard in my life, bro, was it helps you clear cards like Sin and stuff. I'm like, bro, you have built-in guys that says neck 15, draw one after you neck 15. I'm like, what are you talking about? It helps with removal, bro. Like, okay, they have a 30k. Play Frieza, play Goku, draw a card. Oh, what? I did that for 2 energy, but you're gonna play a unison that does it for 3? Bro, that 3rd energy, the Frieza, well, before I do that, right? You're paying 3 for the baby unison. I'm paying 1 for Quetzalcoatl first. I'm paying the 2nd energy for Frieza, and I'm paying the 3rd energy for Goku. Your move, bro. What are you doing? You see what I'm saying? Okay, you play baby.
Nobody even plays Sin anymore. Not even
Exactly.
I play Sin
Exactly. Or
anymore.
even for Cell. So you do all of this stuff, right? Okay. So the only thing you can do after you tap 3 is literally if you didn't awaken, you'll untap 1, so you have 1 more free play guy. You're going against, let's say, green because you're scared of Cell. Wow, you're scared of Cell. They're charismatic, you bro. That 3rd energy, since the first one uses Quetzalcoatl, you understand they now have to literally extra card you to death because there's 2 dual attacks coming in with the 19k, also with the one single 19k coming in from Goku. Cannot be battle cards because you will tax your hand, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like I beat this horse to death, but it is what it is, man. There's only so much you can do. Like, you can help players, but at the end of the day, players have to want to be helped. U7 is pretty good in time formats. Oh yeah. You're not gonna trust me. U7 it's a nutty deck, bro. If I still had my Vegeta Secret, I would have been played that deck. Like, there's a lot of decks I want to play. Like I said, they're in my back pocket. I just don't have access to them. All the yellow decks I do. Like, that's it. I played 3 Trunks and all 3 dropped. Yeah, you have to call me. Yeah, as Janemba, you got call me though. So you guys are super lucky. Other players don't have call me. They're a god. Feels like full power rejects and a sense of pressure. Yeah, exactly. Imagine full power rejects and they set at 8 life, bro. That's the best. That's literally the best analogy that I ever heard. It's literally full power rejects that stays at 8 life, bro. It's like, what the? Exactly. U7's at never at 8 life though. That's another big issue. I don't know why people are taking early damage. Like, if you're at 8, if you understand past your turn 1, If you defend the damage, do what you gotta do. You play a one drop. You should never
You combo
charge
it
and
off
pass. Yeah,
immediately.
if you're charging and passing, you built your deck wrong, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to sound mean, but I've seen so many times. It's not just U7. Someone charges and passes. I'm like, bro, what?
Eddie,
Bro.
we played in games on Untap with U7, and I think we've only had one game where I charge and
Yes, I'm
pass.
like, bro, charge. I'm like, what, bro? I don't care if it's a 17 heating to call, bro. Like, play it. If you have it, I don't care. But I'm not gonna laugh at you, bro. It draws you a card. Play it. If you charge pass, you're already doing it wrong, man. Like U7, I don't think players understand. If you defend the first turn of your opponent swinging at you, the chances of them hitting you from eight period, it's slim to none because they now have to focus on your board, bro. And I think that's what players that's what happens to players. They take their early damage trying to be greedy and build their hand. So now the opponent has a choice. It's like, okay, cool. They're already at 5. They're already at 4. I can realistically go for game. If you're still at 8 life and you have a full board, no one in their right mind is gonna say, I'm gonna attempt to go for a game from 8-0 while they have a full. They're just not. I'm just being honest. They're not. They're really not. But if you were just, hey, I'm gonna go to 5. I'm gonna go to 6. Whatever it is, players will look at you and say, I have a triple strike that I'll bring down a 3. Worst case scenario, they can't use it. They're not able to use any of the editing gates because they're at 6. So for a fact, this is gonna connect. So now you're at 3. I have to think about 3 more ways to put damage in. It's like, bro, people can start adding you up like that. But U7 player, like I said, I'm not throwing shots, man. Think outside the box. Don't just copy and paste that deck. That deck is really being hurt. If you're gonna copy and paste anyone, go copy and paste Robbie Ritchie, bro. Not that red blue stuff. I told him that thing was trash. His actual red list with scions in it. That deck is busted, bro. Like he'll every single turn, starting from his turn 1, is able to play guys that can take at least 4 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 points of damage. Every single turn, he can establish a point where he can put 4 points in starting for turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn. That's how U7, in my opinion, is supposed to be played. The earlier you can take your opponent down to 4, the harder it is for them to do it. Your turn 1 plays, they go on, search your deck. Your turn 2 plays your only push play, and your turn 2 play, now you're only putting down to 5 or 6. And your turn 3, you're going to top 3 for Baby Unison, and they're still at 5 to 6. Bro, all right, let's move on. I'm getting upset now. Let's move on. Matt saying should come back. Card was pushed back. Which Matt saying talking about? Matt saying should come back. Card was banned.
Secret Identity, probably.
Nah. That's Matt saying can stay. Trust me, I love that card too. I love that card too. That card was too wild. That and Fighting Against Fate was like, it's the same.
Oh, my favorite card.
Yeah, it's the same concept as I could say, like it's Soul Striker, bro. Like you're never gonna. I don't care what they make, unless they make a Fighting Against Fates with like triple attack. Then you'll stop playing the original one. Same thing with the Secret Identity Matt saying, right? Unless they make something that says you can warp up to 7, bro. You would never play another. There's no way to play another
Wait,
overall.
everyone is playing different overalls now that those two are banned. I
Exactly.
see
Like
Mira,
you
I
would never. I
see.
don't care how good it is. The only other chance, maybe, you have to play something outside box like Mirror, because Mirror is just only one Mirror, bro. That thing says infinite, bro. Like in yellow, I can
I
see
don't
like
even.
if you're not playing
I don't even
yellow,
play no
yeah,
overalls.
exactly. If you're not playing yellow, if Fighting Against it stays banned and you had Secret Identity, everyone's playing Secret Identity, bro. That's just how it is, bro. That thing needs to stay gone. I mean, trust me, I loved it too. I love that card. That thing is dunzo.
You know, I had like 15 Fighting Against Fates, and when they banned it, I was looking through. I literally one night I was looking through my cards, and I found like 6 extra Fighting Against Fates.
That's
I used to collect that. I used to collect that card. I love the art on that card.
Yeah, I'm not saying Sam. I'm not saying you know Sam alternative. My thing is, if you're just ask yourself this question, Adam. Why do you have Baby Unison in your deck? What? Why? The only 3-drop Unison I can 2-3-drop Unison I can possibly see is Sin, because Sin is really good against Trunks, right? Trunks, there's a lot of matches where Sin is powerful against, because now your threats are able to clear out BS threats. Like Bulma, clear board. Trunks, clear board. But like, what specifically makes you pick baby? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. And if you tell me, well, it's just board remove and it draws one, literally go back and listen to where I told you how you have board remove within your battle cards that also draw you one, but now that third energy stops their opponent's floodgate. That's what I'm talking about. So
Okay.
if baby,
Also,
what's up?
as a sin, because I know the logic is, oh, I'm gonna put it in to stop the 9-drop. As a Sin Shenron player, I fear the Sin Unison 1,000 times more than the baby Unison.
Everyone feels their steer units, bro. If you were to, I'm not saying don't play 3-drop unit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying go unison. I personally think sound, that's my unison. But if I were to have something in the sideboard and a pre-sideboard best of one, it would be number one, it would be Sin or it would be Jiren. Now the thing about Jiren, I can see you playing Jiren because Jiren combined with Vidal is an explainable way to say, hey Eddie, there's any time and point my opponent is not able to just drop something and swing and beat me because you have the Vidal, you have the Jiren, and you have the Jiren activate battle. That's understandable. Sin, you can board wipe the board without having to have like a floodgate because you just swing into your battle card. That's understandable. But what does Baby do? It draws a card. If Baby, and I said this a million times, if Baby had a neg X effect that does X, that's something. You're getting all these markers. You're not free playing something by negging markers away. You just have the Baby that draws a card into 20k. I mean, if that's what you intend to do, that's fine. That's 100%. It's profitable in like launch. It's really powerful. But
It's
specifically
really
in
good in
U7,
Bulma.
bro,
In Bulma,
yeah, in Bulma, it's good, but specifically in U7, what is it, Perv? Like, what fear? Honestly speaking, I don't care if you do it on turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. The turn you drop that baby unison on me, I'm just a sigh of relief because I know I'm not gonna die that turn. That's the best way to put it. You play that, I'm like, thank you God, I have one more turn. I just baby hash. You baby hash yourself. Be like, you thinking you tap big or something? You just baby hash yourself because you're not winning that turn. Like, that's just my that's just my thing, bro. And no one in the right mind is gonna try to take out the baby. They're taking out baby unison. Those opponents you're playing, we're never gonna like threaten you for top cut because once baby hits, it's just sticking, bro. Like you're gonna clear board and they continue to process to your leader, bro. The defense, yeah, it's like I said, the defensive options that Jiren gives you is way better than what Baby gives you, bro. Because Baby just draws you a card, it absorbs something which is cute, and it goes to 20. Jiren, it gives you defensive options by negging on play, following it up by Videl, following it up. Well, negging something on play, you can follow it up with Goku, then Videl, and then activate battle. So those attacks, whatever they play, there's never gonna go through. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I just build decks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let's count. This is not like a hate video on the baby unison. It's a great unison. It's a great unison, bro. But specifically for U7, I don't think it's the option. I'm just being honest with you, bro. There's not anything in the format currently that says I'm gonna sit here as a wall to stop you. And even if it did, it's like, bro, you can, if it's 30k or less, you can manually just pop, draw a card. The same thing except for 2 energy. I push Vegeta, I push 1, and Vegeta makes sense. I pushed the 1 and Vegeta makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Baby Instant, great for defensive. I'm telling you, Roski, if you have the defensive mindset, play Jiren. If you have the more offensive mindset and you really want to play 3, play Sin, bro. Clear it out. Make sure if you're not able to go for a game, they're not able to go for a game. Play the Sin, bro. The double strike key, I'm telling you, Jiren is infinite times better. But once again, I see the argument for Sin. Because if you were to look right now against Trunks, okay, Trunks is a 19k blocker. I understand all this good stuff. But if I have an established board with, like, for instance, with the Golden Frieza, it's a 19k dual attack, I swing at Trunks. Okay, give me 5k. Oh, you gave me 5k? Swing again, give me another 5k. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's things like that add up. And even Jiren, if you're a really defensive player, play Baby is just, it's just not, bro. For that deck, in my opinion.
If you're a defensive player and you want to play Baby, you should probably just play Bulma, honestly. Like, U7 is not a defensive deck.
Exactly. Like, it's not, bro. You're going for game, bro. Like, I don't know how to describe it, bro. That's like someone trying to play an aggro blue baby deck, bro. It's like, bro, like, you can do it, But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it, bro. That's not what the deck is made to do. Deck is made to win off advantage. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're dropping floodgates, but those floodgates are 20, 25K swinging to the dome. That's how it works. Sin is good against Sin is good against strength. All that good stuff is good. That's what I'm trying to say. If Baby had the only argument I can see for Baby, if it had a neg, but it doesn't have a neg, bro. Like, the fact that only pluses, draws, and board removals, bro, in my opinion, it's not better than Jiren. It offers you double strike and it offers you a defensive presence strong as hell, or the Sin that just allows you to clear board. It's just to me, it's not comparable, Broski. But don't listen to me.
Sin also clears
I
our
don't play
hands.
either
I do the negative on Sin a lot.
Yeah, you can do that too before you go for a game. It's like, okay, cool. Like, literally, if you know for a fact you have the Vegeta secret, access to Vegeta secret, and it's like, yo, do I really want to swing? It's like, bro, have Sin? Bet. And then look at your hand. You don't have anything to stop my attacks? Bet, fam. You swing. Like, it is what it is. Oh, you do have something that can stop my attacks? All right, play Vegeta and just blow up the field and then swing with everything else. Like, it's really, really good. Trust me. I don't have Jiren in my sideboard, but the thing is, I don't play with Dell either when I play that deck. The only thing I have in my sideboard is the Sin Unison. I'll put it in on to complement the Scions. In my opinion, bro, Scions is infinite times better than playing a Gohan passing, bro. Because me playing the Scions on turn 1, just know your butt cheeks. Let me not say that. Just know your negates are about to be gone. Like, it's on my very next turn, all the negates in your hand are going to disappear. That's just how I play, bro. Very, very well. All right, so this weekend, I mean, we gave you guys a fair amount of good rogue choices, bro. Like, play hand instruction is it's not cheap. I lied. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Play Matt Sane is kind of cheap. Reboot Matt Sane, really, really good. Hard to stop. If you have Black Sin, play Black Sin. Play Black Sin. If you like to mill, play Black Sin. The thing about Black Sin, you mill players still know what the deck does. Players are gonna try to go for a game with a battle card and not know
If
that
you're
you have.
gonna play Black Sin,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play Black Sin, watch Lincoln's video because he explains the.
Players are gonna try to go for a game with battle cards, not understand what the deck does, get wiped out. Players are gonna try to like draw infinite. Play Black Sin. Play. There's a lot of good. It's a good time to play Dragon Ball. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a really, really, really solid time to play Dragon Ball. Play U7, play Gamma. Just understand. If you play those decks, you have a target on
For a webcam, I would also suggest Bulma probably.
I would not suggest Bulma.
I would.
I would. The amount of mill decks are on webcam, it's not the same, bro. The amount of
no, you're right.
Anti-mill on it, bro. Like the amount of rogues and it's not. If I were to say you're going to an event where you know it's meta,
Is Mel really that
I would agree
popular?
with you. But the amount of rogue decks that you're gonna see, bro, in a webcam, Lord have mercy. I pray for you on that one. But I agree with you. If it was a real life event like Otakon or Gen Con, I'd say yeah, go ahead and play Bulma because you're prepared to combat the meta. Oh, play Cooler. Cooler is cool too. Play the Killer's Fighter deck. If you master the combo step, I'm literally gonna to compare Phyllis Fighter to Invoker. If you think you can willy nilly just go down to 4 and defend for the rest of the game, you're going to be highly mistaken. Oh, you're gonna defend because you have infinite. You're going to be sorely mistaken, bro. Play Invoker. Play King Piccolo. King Piccolo is the simple.
You just suggested a $1,000 deck, Eddie.
What? Oh, Invoker?
Yeah.
The players no, because honestly speaking, Apex is full shotted, bro. Apex is a banned card, so I want you to play a banned card. But honestly speaking, play the Vegeta, bro. Burn them one, do what you gotta do. You can look at their hand, like I said, it's one of those decks like you're playing the 3-drop Sin Unison. You can physically see their hand and then rip the card that's gonna stop the Vegeta from swinging and then swing. That's the one benefit you have with the Invoker deck.
Honestly, if we're just suggesting decks, no price included, I'd probably suggest her play Gamma.
Yeah, Gamma's really solid too. But if you guys let's talk about more budget decks. Play Trunks. Play my Trunks. My Trunks is super, super budget. It taxes people. The only thing I'll tell you is there's certain decks. If you're going against Rogue, win early. Like mill, win and win early because you will mill yourself out. As the most budget deck that's obviously meta, I'd say it's Trunks, bro. If you don't have the
The whole
pickup Secret
engine is
Rare, you
cheap.
can play the Cold Bloodlust 17 Secret Rare. No one's gonna see it coming, trust me.
They will after this video.
Yeah, but it's webcam. No one's gonna see that one coming. I'm trying to think what else. They sell, but don't play the chain, bro. Like, I mean, prove me wrong. Feel free to prove me wrong. I'm just saying, people know it's coming. It's rough, man. It's super rough. It's like you could say the same thing about Eddie. People know it's coming for U7, but if I hit you with a Quetzalcoatl first, what are you gonna do to stop me? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Not
Trunks and
only
Eddie
that, but
maybe have it coming.
if you're going second against U7, you have
Oh
one
yeah, he's not
energy
doing
to
anything.
stop.
There's nothing for you to do. You can know it's coming, but there's nothing for you to do. Against Cell, you can't do. It's you're fighting an uphill. Cell is the most balanced and fair deck in my opinion until it gets to turn 5. If your opponent's not prepared for it, bro. If your opponent's prepared for it, it's like you're playing once again. The comparison I make is it's like you're playing Gogeta Zeno before Dark Broly rejects the Errata. You're playing a fair deck, bro. But there's other decks that are just broken. Why would you play a fair deck? Yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, webcams are weird. Sometimes they're rogue as fuck. Sometimes they ain't. 3 Trunks, U7, Cell, Gamma, SS4. That's another deck. Play SS4. Don't be lazy like me. Actually, play test that deck. I think that deck is highly slept on, only because of that red denial of hope. SS4 card. The one that takes 20Ks away. That shuts down floodgates and it's searchable. Like when you're going for a game, it's gonna be a game because you literally shut down a floodgate. Yeah, man. There's a lot of decks to play. There's a lot of decks to play. I'm sorry if I skipped. You play Mecha, bro. There's a lot of decks. You can play whatever you want to play, bro. Honestly, in this format, as long as you put the work in. Come next format, I don't think it's the same because come next format, it's gonna be power creep in the sense of leader buffs like 20K,
Just
50
two
without
decks
buff.
that I tested showed the power creep of Zenkai.
Yeah, there's major power creep coming where I don't think you can say that. But enjoy this format while we still have it. Other than that, man, like I don't know. You guys put any last questions, comments, concerns in the chat?
I'm enjoying Zenkai.
Yeah, hey, this guy's already playing set 18, bro. This guy gave up.
I'm enjoying it way more. I'm enjoying Zenkai more than I enjoyed this format so far.
Yep. Dang, it's gonna be setting up. I'm still waiting for the yellow reveals, and then after that, the black reveals. Because if I am able to get cards again, the second color I will pick up will be black, and then it'll be red.
I'm waiting for the ban list more than anything,
Yeah,
honestly.
that ban is gonna be something special too. You got any closing comments, Juha, bro? Well, these guys, like, if you
No,
guys have any
just
questions, comments, or concern, leave it in the questions, leave it in comments, and before we leave, we'll answer it. You have anything, Joe?
oh, I know I'm excited. I'm excited for next set. I've been waiting a while for it. I'm going to Kansas because I want to be the first person. Since Kansas is going to be the very first Zenkai event, I want to be the first person to talk with X deck, and then I'll leave X as a surprise. But if you know me well enough, you can probably guess what deck X is.
I should go to Kansas just to play that deck and beat you to
No,
the
you
punch.
shouldn't.
I'd be like, yeah. Yeah, man.
You already tried to take Zirin from me.
But let's see when are the next events, real life events. So yeah, so that's the first event that's gonna happen. It's gonna be CollectorCon, and then yeah, and then the next ones will be
And then
announced. Yeah.
there's another regional in San Diego, which is a week after Kansas. And I'm gonna be playing in that one too.
Oh, so you got 2 chances. That's what's up.
Well, if I top Kansas with deck X, then I'm gonna play deck Y in San Diego.
I already know what I'm playing for set 18. I just gotta confirm the rest of the cards that are coming out in color, and I'm good, bro. Once I see that 3 drop, I'm like, all right, we just gotta see the rest. But I'm pretty sure I know what the rest is. I just gotta see if there's extras that I didn't see. I hope October and November is pumped with events. It's going to be. It's going to be. There's gonna be a plethora of
Isn't there
store events coming up too for those
isn't
months.
there gonna be another regional in like Texas or something?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Everything's gonna be announced really shortly because we're already we're in August. Everything's gonna be announced really shortly.
It's exciting that it's like earlier this year there was like no regionals, but now there's like an explosion of regionals. So I'm excited to start playing again because I literally have not played competitively since San Diego.
That man snapped. I'll take a little break. I want to play in webcam events, but my thing is, it's rough because I mean, I have cards in the mail. Oh, let me not open up my freaking Facebook. There's a lot of messages in there that you guys may not want to see. Yeah, need to plan those tickets. Yeah, not. I don't think they're gonna be announced. I know what they are. I'm not able to say anything. But the events will be announced really, really soon because it's good and bad. There's events that are coming up. The time frame you guys might get them in might not be enough, but there's events that are coming up. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, Nats
Canadians
is only like 4 months away.
yeah, Canadians are getting events too. So it's gonna be fun. There's webcam events coming up. The majority of the events that are gonna be store championships coming up. Those schedules are already announced. You can ask literally, even though Bandit doesn't put them out, you can ask your store when they sign up for your stores now. So they'll be able to tell you. Other than that, yeah, today's Thursday. Well, thank you guys for joining. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we can play a couple games. Hopefully they'll release the yellow cards so I can have access to it. I already know I'm gonna play, but hopefully we can just play tomorrow and you guys can watch.
Also why Sion should be banned tomorrow.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys can watch, and then next thing you know, you guys can ask last minute questions for the regionals, and that's what it is. And we have one question. Do you think Zenkai pushes decks like SS3 Baby Control because it rewards? I think it counters, like, for instance, right? A lot of people are talking about the Gogeta deck. SS3 Baby is going to thrive off of that. But that's why I also say this deck is not going to just straight push out current decks because decks like that will be able to thrive, but at the same time, yellow decks straight counter. If you play yellow deck, you're not going to lose to Baby. I'm just being honest with you, bro. You're not going to lose to Baby, bro. It's just everything they do, you answer it. Especially with their field spell that makes your team blows live. You like that guy must have hated my guts, bro. Like when I played him, my team blows were always live because all his stuff is reduced by one. So I'm like, bro, to be a blue baby player, I'm not even. I'm gonna give you this one free chicken, bro.
I feel like Mike is the person you want to talk to. You want to ask about Blue Baby.
I'll give you one free piece of chicken. I played Mike one time. That was Dark Broly fun. That was not fun for him whatsoever, bro. Because I don't care how many times you floodgate me, I'll bottom that 2 cards and 30K no combo, bro, all day, every day, bro. That was not a fun match whatsoever, man. But I don't know. I guess I'll give it this one tad bit because it's kind of not fair that I have 8 counters, technically speaking, for you. If I'm swinging and I'm yellow, never try to negate my first attack, man. Please block with your blue first, and then negate my next swing. Because every single time I'm playing blue baby, I swing, they negate my first attack, and I just T-blow whatever's coming in, and then T-blow their units. I'm like, bro, this is so free. Bro, please, just remember that. Just remember what Uncle Eddie says, guys. If you're playing blue baby, never and you're going against yellow, please let the first attack go through. Block, no, not go through, but don't negate it. Block first, and then negate with your floodgate. Because at least
Well,
if I
that's just
T-blow it
that's
now, your boo's already used, bro. It's like the only thing you're not able to do
that's
is
that's the
auto, but
tip against
at least you're able to block with it first, bro. Because like
that's the tip against that's the tip against yellow in general. Like I remember that
exactly.
one game against you, I always uptake my Vegito Unison before I even play my 1-drop cell, because
Okay, but why did you uptick your Vegeta? You gonna sit down Juha, bro?
because because
Because
because
that man
one
played a
game
1-drop first,
because
bro. That man was playing Cell. He played a 1-drop. I'm like, wait a minute, he just played a 1-drop. Bet, fam. Negate that and negate your Vegeta since you didn't +2 yet. He's like, what the hell? From that moment forward,
yeah,
he's
so
been a new
always
man, bro.
yeah. So if they have an energy open, do
Yeah.
your uptick first, because then they're gonna
Yep.
T-blow your Unison,
Yep.
and then you're like just screwed at
Yeah,
that point.
you see, some players don't give you guys free advice like that. I like the fact that you guys come and listen out. I always give you guys free. I do my best every single session to give you guys free advice. And I'm telling you guys, as a blue baby player, there's so many times you guys make the game easier for me by just I don't know. I swing with the crazy part about it too. I swing with the battle card first because I know they're gonna floodgate me. So instead of even blocking, you could just auto off rip. Wait till my next swing block and then floodgate me. So by the time I T blow you, it means nothing because I have no more attacks left. But it's just swing with a battle card. They don't block. They don't use their auto. They just negate the attack with the floodgate. I'm like, You know how Goku does that farewell bit? This is me farewell to their turn because they just lost their boo that turn too, bro. I'm like, you are dunzo, B. Like you're dunzo. So yeah, man. Like I said, that's my free advice for today. Yeah, I don't know what else advice you guys want.
Not just that, but even if you don't have the T-Blow, you probably have the power of the Super Saiyan to rest the Boo Unison anyway.
100%. Trust me, my moves are calculated. If I'm swinging with a specific thing, you're like, that doesn't make sense. Why didn't he swing with leader first? If I'm swinging with a battle card first and you're tapped out, just know I have the baby hatch, bro. I'm not gonna not swing at my. If I'm swinging my leader first, it means I don't have an answer to baby hatch, so I'm gonna get my draw on. But if I'm clear as day swinging with my battle card first, knowing damn well about the baby hatch, so I'm not gonna get my draw, the cooler's coming, guys. Let's just be real. Like it's very
I
calculated.
mean, it's kind
The
of
way players play.
if you're playing against blue and they have 3 energy open, you can't just baby hatch willy nilly anyway.
Yeah. Not talking about like when because a lot of people tend to like tap out against me, and then they're like, okay, cool, they have baby hatch, and what I won't swing a leader, so they'll instantly they don't try to do it, they don't try to do nothing. They'll literally try to baby hatch, and I'll just cooler. I'm like, all right, bet, fam, I just go in. I'm like, okay.
But if
So
you're
now
playing against yellow, you should probably not tap out anyway.
Exactly, and it's like, bro, there's so much random stuff that I played against, bro, against blue. It's just it's mind baffling. So, another. I'll give you guys 2 advice that I do. One more thing that I'll tell you. This is really huge for me. And this is what helps me be successful in events. When you play test, get all your shenanigans out during your playtesting sessions. So that way, when you're in an event, you understand that hey, when you did what you think about doing right then in the event, just remember what happened when you did it during playtesting. There's plenty of times I told you, like I was playtesting U7. This is how I know U7 a lot inside and outside. When I was playtesting it, I used to get beat back to back, and I started learning it, and I mastered that thing. I'm like, all right, I already have the game won. So what I would do is I would screenshot my hand and I'd send it to Juha. I'm like, I just want you to see this, bro. The game's already won, but I wanted to test another route. So I would do whatever I got to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. But before I did it, I don't sit there and like, well, I would have done this, I would have done that. I already showed him. I'm like, bro, listen, this is my hand. If I'm doing this right now, there's nothing you can do to stop. It's guaranteed. It's either I'm passing and I'm going to win next turn, or this is guaranteed I'm going to do this turn. But I experiment. But make sure you experiment while you're testing. Never experiment during a tournament. Because if you want to experiment during a tournament, all you have to do is remember what happened to that experiment when you were testing. Did it go well or did it not go well? That's another huge tip I took. Because a lot of players like to say, well, I did this just to do that. But if you remember what I say, just because you have a card doesn't mean you should use it. Just because I have cooler, if you baby hatch me, doesn't mean I have to cooler it. Sometimes I don't care about the baby hatch. Sometimes I'm like, okay, cool, you baby hatch me, but you still have energy. Why would I cooler you? If you have 1 energy or you're tapped out, yeah, I'm gonna cooler you. But if you have 1 or 2 energy open and you baby hatch me, okay, that's baby hatch. I'm gonna see my leader first to get a draw. I'm gonna cooler you. It's baby hatch, all right. You have energy open behind it, but if you have 1 or 2, I'm gonna baby hatch that ass and get you. Just think through your plays, guys. That's one thing I'm gonna say every single video. Just because you have it doesn't mean you should use it. Just because you have, I'm gonna repeat it again. Just because you have a card doesn't mean you should use it. Just because you have Release from Evil and the Gamma leader swings doesn't mean you should use it right then and there just because you have it. If you don't have game next turn, if you know for a fact you have no way to react with the 14 or anything like that, just stop. Just stop. Other than that, man, thank you guys for joining. We'll see you again next time. You have anything to say, Joe, before we go?
I think you basically covered all points. So I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow if we decide to live stream our play testing. You guys could see some Zenkai in action.
I'm still gonna play the set 17 because I don't have Zenkai.
Oh, I have to play Zenkai. I deleted like all my set 17 decks.
Alright, it's gonna be a fun little match. All right, guys, thanks for joining.